And welcome, Checkpoint Technologies, to this interactive session where we are going to be introducing a very exciting piece of technology that we believe is going to put a stop to your ASP erosions and help you realize your revenue and profit goals. So we concluded in the last meeting with 4 clear action items which will be addressed in this session. Number 1, where's the root cause of the ASP erosions? Number 2, estimate the potential financial impact to Checkpoint system. Number 3, show how pros can help address these challenges. And number 4, define a possible timeline to putting a solution in place before your next earnings call. So for the last 2 weeks, we had the pleasure of working with your team to analyze your invoice data dating for the last 34 months. From that analysis, we're able to identify the main causes driving your ASP erosions. As we learned from your team, Checkpoint system does not have a centralized way of managing pricing today across the business. Different pricing teams by product line and geography or managing a price list in a multitude of spreadsheets and manual processes and emails for communications and approval. The process is highly manual, time sensitive, and prone to errors. In addition, you got limited visibility and insight into pricing practices and potential impact of price changes or areas of improvement. The manual and time sensitive nature of the process leave your team with little time to focus on strategic pricing initiative and limited agility to respond to changing market condition in the high-tech networking gear market. So the pros team worked with Mary and Tom to analyze your pricing data to get visibility into what was actually happening around your price performance. We ran a common waterfall analysis to look at all of this. From there, we were able to determine what was driving the revenue and margin leakage to ensure that we were really focusing in on the right business problem. So with that being said, I want to introduce our strategic consultant, Cesar Rodriguez, and Cesar is going to dive deep into what's causing your ASP erosions.
Thank you, Jake, for that great introduction. Jake's a great friend of mine, a great EAM. So today we're going to talk about the analysis and give a visibility into what is actually causing this ASP erosion. So you have outdated price lists. You are driving your sales teams to offer significant on-voice price adjustments. You're leading to erratic and inconsistent pricing discounts. And we also really learned that you are trying to magnify the sales at the end of the quarter, leading to a very significant price erosion. Now, the next step in our process is to work with the team to assign a real dollar value to and the potential impact of addressing your ASP erosion and the challenges and the root causes of them. We will working closely with your team. We came up with a very conservative estimate based on about $2 billion in revenue from your business part and benchmarks similar to other companies that Pros has worked with. We estimate that this could achieve between about a 3% annual volume increase by setting more accurate and timely price adjustments in the market. This would also have an incremental value of about $30 million of annual revenue year over year. So next, we found the estimate about 50 basis point margin of improvement due to a smarter, more accurate list price and a reduction in erratic discounting in the field. This would lead to about a 10 million margin improvement for the entire business. And finally, by improving the efficiency and manual processes to manage these price changes, we believe that you will achieve 80% reduction in time that it takes for your team to execute quarterly based on price updates. This will give them more time to focus on strategic pricing initiatives leading to a potential additional $1 million in incremental revenue. And we will work further with your team to validate this assumption and refine the financial business case. Next, we're going to show how the Pro solution will help Checkpoint address its ASP challenges and realize its revenue and profit potential. Today, your team is struggling to manage prices across all your product lines, across geography lines, and a myriad of spreadsheets and manual processes. The place to start is to create a single source of pricing truth to enable you to centralize all pricing strategy and execution. Then you will be able to manage and enforce pricing policies, quickly change pricing strategies, and eliminate pricing errors. So from here on out, I want to introduce the Senior Director in Strategic Consulting, someone who will dive a little deeper into these challenges and talk about a little bit more of how pros can help Checkpoint systems.
After quickly identifying your biggest pricing opportunities, you will be able to improve cumbersome, error-prone, and complex price management, increase agility with the ability to quickly react to cost changes and competitive moves, and accelerate and streamline periodic price changes that currently take weeks or months. As you are experiencing, this agility is critical in the high-tech market to ensure that your sales team is pricing from the latest, most accurate price list. Never again will you feel that you're struggling to keep up with the market and your competitors, but you will be able to utilize that information in your pricing strategy to outperform both the market and your competitors. After gaining control of your price administration, you now have a lot more time that you can spend on developing winning strategies and ensuring that the teams are executing towards achieving your business goals. A manual pricing process is prone to errors, and when these processes are automated, the pricing errors are greatly reduced and even eliminated. Pros allows you to schedule pricing updates for all of your price lists that are automatically triggered based on changing market conditions. With confidence in your prices, your sales team know that they always have the latest cost-accurate pricing. In addition to automating your pricing administration, you can continue to expand profitability by accelerating approvals. Control enables you to define rule-based price change approval workflows, ensuring that accurate updating pricing quickly gets to the field. You can even auto-approve prices within predefined ranges or automatically route price change requests to the correct approver for quick response. As your team discussed with us, in order to execute a price adjustment, pricing spreadsheets need to be consolidated and reconciled. This often takes weeks. After deciding on the adjustment, it takes a few more weeks to create your projected impact. What will be the impact on your top customers? What will be the impact on your top products or services? Now, what if the business wants to see the potential impact of a few different pricing strategies? How long will it take now to complete this analysis? Pros enables you to instantly test the impact of various rules based on pricing strategies and choose the strategy or strategies that best fit the needs and financial goals of your business. And because all of this is coming from the same source, the price adjustment process takes days instead of weeks or even months. Now that we have looked at how Pro's solution could help Checkpoint with some of the pricing challenges, let's take a look at another high-tech company that is already benefiting from the Pro solution to realize its revenue and profit potential. Conduit is a billion-dollar network equipment manufacturer. They were struggling with many of the same issues as Checkpoint. Lack of visibility into the impact of price changes, no centralized control of pricing changes, list prices were often out of date with market conditions, and leading to elongated deal negotiations. Centralizing creation and update of price lists. Now this resulted in significant capture of revenue leakage. Pricing team was able to focus much more of their time and energy on strategic pricing initiatives and the use of analytics to drive pricing and product strategy. So now I will go back to Jake, that he will proceed with the next steps.
So in summary, Checkpoint can leverage Pricing Pro Control Edition to, number one, formulate a winning pricing strategy. Number two, reduce its ASP erosions and expand and sustain its target profitability. Three, use analytics and insight to make smarter pricing decisions. Four, automate and gain control over its pricing execution. And finally, turn pricing into a strategic advantage to realize its revenue and profit potential. So let's take a look at the timeline of how you want to start addressing your business challenges between now and your next earnings call. The pros team has put together a draft mutual go live plan to show how Checkpoint can move forward with its evaluation and selection of pros as the solution that will deliver the results you are looking for. Where do we go from here? Well, number one, before we leave today, we want to agree on an approach and move forward. Two, we need to identify a point person for your team first to work with. Three, let's schedule a follow-up meeting to do a deep dive and demo of the solution. Four, let's continue to work with your team to validate the joint business case to present to the executive team. And then we want to align on the go live target date. And from there, let's work backward to develop a detailed joint go live plan. So with a strong partnership and pricing pro control, Checkpoint can realize its revenue and profit potential.